All around the world, countries locked down due to the coronavirus pandemic. Like in the Philippines, they imposed strict quarantine measures on their citizens, asking them to stay at home and go out only when necessary. But in other countries like South Korea, Vietnam, Germany, Taiwan, and Singapore, lockdowns are already being loosened, if not entirely lifted. And these countries were only able to change quarantine protocols because they tested a lot of people. Ever since the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 as a pandemic, they were clear about what governments should do.
We have a simple message for all countries: test, test, test.
But what do they mean by testing? And how can testing help us win against the pandemic? Let's look at South Korea. After the first confirmed case appeared in Wuhan, China, South Korea immediately started developing diagnostic test kits that can detect the virus. By late February, South Korea was testing around 20,000 people per day. And this scale of testing gave them an advantage. They traced the start of the outbreak in Daegu, where one woman who had the virus attended a church gathering with hundreds of people. Through contact tracing, health officials tracked the path of the virus and took measures to stop the spread. Because of a successful mass testing campaign, those who were infected can be isolated, and those who don't have the virus can go out in public. By March, South Korea had tested more than 300,000 people, and they were able to make testing accessible and almost entirely free for everyone. What South Korea did shows us what we should be doing from the beginning: mass testing, or
expanded targeted testing.
But whichever term we use, we're still not doing enough of it.
We expect that by April 14, we shall be able to start massive testing.
That was more than a month ago, when the government promised to test around 8,000 people every day. And they said they'd prioritize testing healthcare workers, people with mild to severe symptoms, and other at-risk individuals. But so far, they weren't able to fulfill this promise. Today, with more than 14,000 confirmed cases in the country, we are rolling out only about 6,000 to 7,000 tests per day. If the government stuck to the target of around 8,000 tests since April 14, we could have done at least an additional 344,000 tests by now. But so far, we've only done 300,000, and that includes all tests done since the start. Recently, the Department of Health said that they aim to test 1.5% to 2% of the country. That's roughly around 1.6 to 2.2 million people. But as of May 24, the government has only tested around 277,000 people, which is less than 0.3%. Some local government units are taking matters into their hands. Cebu City has ramped up testing recently, and they found out that there are thousands of cases in their city alone. But as for other regions, we have a long way to go before we can relax. Even government officials know that the scale of testing is still not enough. The testing strategy of South Korea and other developed countries take a lot of resources. It's hard to replicate. But mass testing is the most basic requirement to win against a virus and stop its spread. And only when we have enough information can we go back out in public and feel safe.